Hello and welcome to Mr. Ziegler's virtual open house for Phys Ed. As you can see, I'm on a 8th grade Phys Ed page, but this would be the same for all of my 6th grade Phys Ed classes as well. So taking you through the expectations of our course and how the Schoology course works. So first thing is at the beginning of every class, students must attend a Zoom meeting. So on our course, first thing you will see is an assignment for the Zoom link. So these students today on 9/25 have a Zoom meeting at 2:10. They meet on days 3 and 4 in the PM, which would be 8th period. Again, they're with me, and these are my 8th graders. This information would change for each class. So if they simply click on this link, it would then open up another link. They click on the Zoom link, and now they are in the Zoom meeting. Once we're in the Zoom meeting, we'll take attendance, and I will go over instruction of class where I'll begin sharing my screen like I am now. Typically, we'll go to the to-do folder. Notice this week students are meeting on the 25th and 30th. So if we click on the 25th folder, first thing you'll notice is there is a video of instruction for the day. So if a student is having trouble getting on Zoom or happens to get kicked off of Zoom during class, or they're just confused, I'm moving too fast, they are able to use this video, like the one that I'm recording right now, to go back and rewatch whatever they need to and figure out whatever they need to. So for this week in Phys Ed, every week, the first class of the cycle will be a planned activity. So this week we did an activity called Roll the Dice. On the planned activities, because there are specific directions students need, first they will have a direction sheet posted. So roll the dice here. If students didn't have a dice, they had a link here for them to be able to click, and now they have 2 dice to be able to roll to figure out how many sets and reps they are doing. All of the other directions were right here. Also, exercises were demonstrated here. So once we went over the directions, students were then instructed during class to go into a breakout room, leave their cameras off, leave their microphone off. They are not recording themselves. They're not taking pictures. They're not using a Fitbit. They're simply completing the 30 minutes of activity during that class period right in that moment. And after 30 minutes, I post the assessment, which when they click on it on the students page, it'll look slightly different. Next to assessment, theirs will say My Document. If they click on My Document, it will then open up a Google Doc that looks like this. Same directions as we're in class, but typically at the end of every class, there is going to be some review questions. So there are the 3 questions here that students had to answer in complete sentences. So again, all work is due by the end of the class period. So I ask students to stay in a breakout room until their assignment is graded on Schoology and they can confirm that it's been graded, or until I come into the breakout room and tell them that they are finished for the day. This does not mean that they have to sit there in front of their computer for the entire class period. If they get on for instruction, they do the 30 minutes of activity, they get back on, they fill out the assessment, and then they can just leave the computer on with the sound on in case I have to come back in, or just check the computer periodically to see if their assignment has been graded, and once it's been graded, they can log off. On the second day of the cycle, as you can see here, we have a personal choice day always. So this video is always going to be the same of, again, instruction of what a personal choice day looks like. So when the students click on this, again, it'll say assignment and My Document. The Google Doc this time looks like this, and what students need to do is they need to tell me the date, the location, the exercise they completed, and the length, which should be 30 minutes. So filling in all 4 of those is the personal choice day. Now again, if students are not able to complete an assignment during that class period for some reason, they are instructed to let me know either in the chat privately or invite me into a breakout room, and we can discuss why they are not able to complete the assignment for the day. If they have any medical issues, this needs to be communicated with us beforehand as well. If they happen to need to go and see a doctor and be out for an extended period of time, just let us know that. So if students are not in class or miss something, or they have something that is past due, you'll notice the finish or past due folder here. So the first week we met on 9/9 and 9/11. So if you click on this folder, you'll see the first thing that we did was course expectations and some technology stuff. Then we had our example lessons. So if you were to click on these folders, you could find all of the past due work. So last thing, as a helpful aid, is if you look here, I have a videos of instruction. So as you saw inside of each of the folders, there was a video for that class. But once that week is done, rather than having to click through all the folders, if you just want to find a video of instruction, you can open up the video of instructions folder and you'll see all of the videos from the first, second class, what I just showed you, finding a course or accessing missing work. And finally, another tool to help students know what they're doing for the day. So notice today, anything that is going to be graded or due should show up here on the right hand side in the calendar. So students have a Zoom meeting starting at 2:10, and they will have to submit the final roll the dice activity by the end of class at 3:30. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, please email me at mziegler@wcsd.net. Sorry, that's mziegler@wcsd.net.